Hello, everybody. So I'm back, and I know it's been a while, but the Lord sent me many, He did send me many dreams, and He spoke to me. And this morning, He sent me a dream along with three visions, and that is to the point that I had to say I have to come back and speak. There's always a time to stay silent, and there's always a time to speak. But now the time has come again to speak. And I was praying to the Lord, and I said the same thing, and then he sent me a dream at the same day. So then I knew, I have to come and speak again. But like I said, I did receive a lot of dreams, and I did receive. I was really, really sick, you guys. I had the flu. And then during that time is when I heard the Lord speak, and that was about 5 days ago. And the Lord just keeps on. It's like He's not giving up, and we shouldn't either. Yes, Christmas is here now, but you guys, from the past dreams that I've had, I don't think it's gonna be Christmas. Like I said, I don't know the day or the hour. I never say I do. I really don't know the day and the hour. But I do know that the Lord is very, very near, and that we need to be prepared any day now. I think the Lord has really put it in my heart that we have to be prepared now for it to happen at any day now. Just like how John the Baptist made the way for the Lord. He was preparing people for the coming of the Lord. It's exactly the same thing that we should be doing right now, because the rapture is going to happen. He is coming, and he can't, you guys, he just he's not giving up. Like I've just gotten so many dreams and the visions, and they're all leading to the same topic. And remember, you guys, I had that dream about Christmas, and I have it on YouTube. I had this dream about 2 years ago, and remember, there were 3 cookie jars, and the middle one was a Christmas tree. Well, all of those 3 had to be empty. And then after that is when I saw the Lord, because I had the phone and I saw him standing in the storm, and he came out of it, okay? So he came out of the phone, it became reality. But after those 3 cookie jars, so which would be now the 3rd year. And I've had this dream 2 years ago. This would be the 3rd year. So, and I did make a video on that. If you guys want to go check it out, that I did dream this 2 years ago, and it's just, everything is just really leading up. And then I was also thinking, like I said, I don't know when the Lord was born, you guys. We really don't know. Honestly, we don't know anything at all. There's just so much we're gonna find out when we're with the Lord, and I just can't wait when that day approaches, and it's approaching super quickly. But I really think the Lord is gonna come on a day that we least expect it, because every time I always see a lot of people, they just want to say, okay, well, Halloween passed, all right, Halloween, now we're gonna look at the next holiday. But why are we doing that? Why are we doing that? We should be prepared any day. Any day. And I really believe with all my heart it's going to be a day that no one was expecting. I really think it's going to be a normal day, just like how the Lord said it's going to be. And the Lord, you guys, he just keeps on sending me dreams and visions, and he did say they are prophetic, and meaning that they will happen. And I'm just being obedient, you guys, and the time came now to speak again. And I have a lot to say. I have a lot to say. And another thing is I'm going to keep the visuals, I'm going to keep them away for now until I get a confirmation on the Lord with that again, because he did send me a dream that I should just speak. Why aren't I just speaking what he's been giving me? And then I showed him because of like the picture. So yes, that's how the dream went, but the dream also had to do with driving away. So it definitely had to do with the rapture. But then I knew that I'm gonna keep the visuals away for a while, because I think the Lord really wants everybody to just listen. We have to listen to what he's actually really saying. I think this is really important. I've also realized when I give the visuals, a lot of people take it and they bring it then to their platform, and then they recreate it into something that it's completely not what the Lord has given. And now you've just deceived half of the people, because it's not the original message that the Lord was trying to get out. So that's why I'm going to keep the visuals away for now until I get a confirmation on the Lord with that. I'm going to be praying about it. But he did make that known to me in the dream. And not just me seeing it, but I also felt it. So that's why I'm going to be speaking now in this video until I get that confirmation. But you guys, it's just so exciting what the Lord's been showing, because it's all about our flight. It's just all about the rapture. And the 3 visions this morning, I was just in shock, because I wasn't expecting it. And remember my dream with the doves, how the second one, I was about to like walk forward again, right? So everything is true, you guys. Everything is true. It is as if you want to like start walking again, and it's like the Lord's like, nah, stop right there on your track, right? So we're not far. We're not far. I don't think it's going to be Christmas. If it is, then it is, because we should be prepared any day. But I really think because of that dream and the one that my sister had with the Santa Claus, remember you guys? And the people were the slaves, and my sister also had to still make candy. And the angel that was with her said he can't do this anymore. He jumped out the window, and my sister still had to make candy. So that to me is telling me that the Lord, because before the angel showed her that, he showed her like she was flying in space, right? And she saw that the Lord was coming. So, but with her having to still sit there and make the candy, I really think it's going to have to be after Christmas. How much? I don't know, you guys. All I know is that we have to stay prepared. We have to stay prepared, and the Lord is just so merciful. He's still giving people time. But he showed me a dream now, this new one, that I believe that time is definitely running out from what has happened in the dream. But I'm going to start off now with one of the dreams, and I'm just going to say them in chronological order that I did get them in. And I'm going to start out with this one. This one was in German, but I'm going to translate it now. I was like in this building. I was in this building, and I knew there were people there. They were actually from my work. So there were people there from my work. But like I said, they were all speaking German, and it was specifically only this one girl that he kept showing me, but I knew there was more people from work. And I heard her say, this was all in German, but I heard her say, the Duke she's never experienced that the Duke cannot say no to you. And then I saw someone's hands, but I knew it was the Lord, you guys. I saw someone's hands, and I saw paperwork. I saw paperwork on the desk, because after she said that, the Duke, it switched. I was still in the same house, but then I saw the paperwork. And he was going, I knew exactly what it was, you guys. And I knew everybody at work was being basically judged. And they were just judged with a yes or a no. So, and I knew the people at work, like I know that were at those paperworks, everybody had their own paper. And everybody had like, there were a few yeses and then there were a few no's. And then he would like switch the paper. He would switch it out. Then, so he kept doing that, and there was not one paper that had like everything yes until he came to my piece of paper. So then I saw my paper, and all I saw, and this was in German, yeah, like everything was just yes. And I was in shock, right? Because I didn't, everything happened so fast. Then the scenario switched, and I was now outside of the building. And that girl was there again. And I do work at an engineering office, so it has to do a lot with about building and all these things. And I'm saying this now is because with what happened now in this dream. So she was sitting there, and all of a sudden, so we were outside now, and she told me, she said, Roche, I have a new job now, as in, she has gotten a new project now. She has a new project. So she said that. So she said, Roche, I have a new project now that I have been given to do. So then she keeps talking, and then she said, I have to build an airplane. And I'm sitting here and I'm already like, an airplane? Because we don't build those kind of things, right? Like we build more like about landscapes and all these things. So, but she said airplane, like she got a new project to do, because we have projects. And in this project, she has to build an airplane. And then all of a sudden, after she said that, then she said, but Roche, I need you to help build the airplane, because without you, it's not gonna happen. I need your help to build the airplane for it to be completed. Because without me, she can't build the airplane. So that was that. And after that, it was all like, I was just like already, you guys, like, when I get a dream, any dream, I'm just like jumping around, right? So that was that. But it still wasn't time for me to speak. But the Lord just like didn't stop, you guys. The Lord did not stop. He did not give up on me, you guys. So, because like I said, it was like the dove, and I was like walking forward, and then it's like, nope, nope, what are you doing? So I'm sharing now everything that happened. So that was that. Then, you guys, okay, after that, 2 days later, I saw the devil, okay? And this is why this is really, the Lord is really, really near you guys, because the devil was so jealous after that dream that he had to physically, like, I was awake, okay? I was awake when I saw him, and what he did after that dream, I mean, he's just so jealous. I just can't. He is real, you guys. You have to know that there's the good and that there's the bad. You don't want to be with the bad. I'm pleading with you guys. Please, you don't want to go to hell. And your only savior, the only way you can get to heaven is through Jesus Christ. There's no other way besides him. So it was like 2 days later, and I'm gonna tell you guys this experience now, because there's the good, and I also have to speak about the bad. You have to know that this is real, and that is what we're fighting against. We are fighting against the devil, because we're with the Lord. But the devil exists. So after I had that dream, I saw, and I was awake, and it was around 3 o'clock in the morning, because I checked the clock, I was awake. So I was awake, all of a sudden, just out of nowhere, I woke up. And I was actually sleeping at my mom's place that night, and I was sleeping on the couch. And my mom's bedroom is right in front. It was like across from the couch. But she had the door closed. So around 3 o'clock in the morning, I just woke up, and all of a sudden I saw my mom coming out. So he took the image of my mom, you guys, okay? But I knew exactly. The thing is, I saw the door opening up, and I saw her walking out. And I was thinking, okay, maybe she's gonna go to the bathroom, right? So I keep watching, and then he's walking towards me, and I knew already. When I saw that, I already knew. So the Lord is gonna definitely, He's guiding you, okay, you guys. You will know that this is not from God, okay? You will know who He is. I knew exactly that this was the devil. I knew exactly. And I just kept watching because he came towards me. He was walking, but he did not come to the couch. He like just walked forward for me to see him. But he did approach me, and then he did this. He did this. As in, like, did you guys see that? I have to see it. Like, he went like this. He bowed a little bit, and he went like this. As in like, Your Highness, right? So, and I just kept watching. I just like saw that, and inside me I was like, we're gonna defeat you. You're nothing. You're gonna be in the everlasting hell of fire. Like, I was ready to fight. You guys, when you're so close with the Lord, like the devil cannot do anything to you. He is a nothing. He's a nothing. Don't be afraid. You have God. If you have God, you don't have to be afraid. He cannot touch you. And I saw him, and I was just ready to fight, you guys. And after that, I was like rebuking and all these things, and I was just so strong in faith. Like, but I know what I saw. I was awake, and I saw that. That's how he's so jealous, you guys. It's not even like he's a nobody. Our Lord is King. Our Lord is God. And he's coming out, and he's going like this to me, as in like, Your Highness. I mean, you guys, this is what I'm saying. If you have the Lord, you should not be afraid of that. You should be ready to fight against it, because we will win. The Lord always wins. And the time is running out. I had to say this though, because the Lord showed me the dream, and then 2 days after, the devil just couldn't handle it, and he came out and he did that act, and I was fully awake, you guys, okay? And he took the image of my mom. It's just like what I saw, like I was fully awake. I was fully awake, and I saw it. But that tells us how close we are. The devil just can't stand it. His time is running out. That's how close we are. And that's why I'm trying to encourage you guys, get so close with God, okay? Don't be afraid. As soon as you get a relationship with the Lord, He is gonna come, and He's gonna try to scare you. He's gonna try anything He can to stop that relationship that you have with God. But I'm telling you guys, and he's gonna show scary things, okay? I'm warning you guys. He will show scary things. But don't be afraid. Be ready to speak the Lord's name as soon as you can. The Lord will always win. He will take it away. He's going to attack you guys, okay? That's why I'm warning you right now, when you do build a relationship, especially when you're new to the Lord, He's going to try to stop that, and He's going to try to scare you. Don't be dismayed. Don't be discouraged. Keep your faith strong. Rebuke him in the Lord's name. Cry out, Jesus, when something like that happens. The Lord will take care of it right away. As soon as you say Jesus, it's just like he's gone. So if it's the devil or the demons, I'm just letting you guys know it's reality. It's reality. And this is what I'm saying, believing is seeing. So once you believe, you start to see, and the veil will disappear. The veil goes off, and you start seeing what others don't see. But that's reality. It's there. It's just it's like a veil is covering the eyes, and you can't see it. But if you believe in the Lord with all your heart, he's the one that is going to uncover it, that you see the truth, what is really there. And it's really scary, you guys, what's hanging on people. The Lord shows me, especially through dreams, he shows me what is on people and then why they act the way they do. And it's not a pretty thing. It's actually really sad. It's really sad, and that's why praying is so powerful. Praying is so powerful because against praying, they can't do anything because you're praying for them. It's a weapon. For that cannot be seen, but it is. It does help. That's why praying is so important. Just if you're praying about a person that was maybe mean to you today, right? Pray for that person, that these demons that are hanging on them, that they are gone, that the Lord takes them off this person. And guys, I'm telling you, praying is so powerful that we don't even know it. We don't even know it. But in the hidden, it does miracles. And the Lord will show us what all these prayers that we've been doing, what they actually do to a person. Trust in the Lord, you guys. So that was the first dream, and then the experience that I had 2 days after that. So then I had a vision. And this was the time I was actually really sick. Like I said, I had the flu, like really bad. And I saw a vision, and I was awake. I had a vision and I was awake, but I closed my eyes for like a few minutes because, like I said, I was sick, so I was doing that. And while I did that, I saw a vision of, how am I going to explain this? It was as if like two waves came, but there was already like an ocean surface. And that's another thing, you guys. The Lord is just showing me so much with ocean. He just keeps putting me in the ocean. Something's up with ocean. It's just so much water. But I saw a vision of like two waves coming rushing in, making one. And it looked almost like a waterfall. As in, like, I was looking at it, and that was the front point of view. As if a waterfall would come in now and would go down, right? So I'm seeing that like in front of me. But I saw specifically two coming to make one big one. And it was nighttime. I knew it was nighttime. And then after that, I heard the Lord speak. You guys, the Lord spoke. What he said, I was like, because I was not expecting that. Guys, I was not expecting that. And I was awake. Guys, I was fully awake. That's why, you guys, the Lord is he is coming here so soon. I'm awake, and like I heard the Lord, and I'm just like, oh my, because I didn't even know this. And I heard him speak, and I heard him say, did you know that at a Galilean wedding, they wash their head first and then their feet? And then it was over. But I know what I heard. I know what I heard. I was like, a Galilean wedding, right? You guys see my face? I was like, okay, because I did not know that. I did not. Oh, took the hair with. I did not know that. So, um, I had a dream after that as well. So I heard him speak, and then I fell asleep after that, because the thing is, I had the vision and then I went to sleep. And then I woke up at some point at night and I heard him speak, because I couldn't sleep anyway because I was so sick. And then I heard him say that, and it was as if like that moment when the Lord spoke, like I wasn't even sick anymore, you guys. Like at that moment when he spoke, I just was like, and like this warmness, and I just, you guys see my face, like I was just like that like the whole time after that. Um, but it was the next day that I then looked, I wanted to see it, like if that was really what it is, right? Because I didn't know that. But before I go into that now, I'm going to say the dream that I had at the same night. So after I heard the Lord speak, I tried going back to sleep. Then, all of a sudden, I knew an angel took me. I knew an angel took me, and again, it was nighttime. It was nighttime, and he took me again into an ocean, and it was night, and it was cold. And I could see, but as soon as he took me, I was like, half body was like in the water, right? And the other was like above, right? And the angel that was with me, he was in the same position. So, but he was right next to me. So he took me into the water, and I didn't know yet what was going on, but I knew something was coming. So, and I felt it. I just felt it with all my spirit that like something's coming. So I already looked at the direction where my feeling was telling me to look at. And I saw a ship coming. I saw a ship coming. You guys, this was so real. It was as if I was really there. And at that moment, it wasn't scary, okay? It was just like that human feeling, as if, okay, like you're in the ocean, it's dark because it's nighttime, and you know it's deep. I was in the ocean, you guys. And now you're seeing this big ship coming right at you. And that's what I was feeling, but I was just so calm though. I was just so calm. It was as if like the Lord like calmed me. Like I wasn't afraid. It was just that feeling of flesh, because like how I described just now, you're like in this deep ocean, it's dark, and now this ship's coming at you, right? But I had the angel right next to me, and I said, and as soon as I saw the ship, and it was so dark, and I believe the ship was black, and it had a little bit of snow on it too. But I knew it was cold, and even though I wasn't like to the point I was freezing now, but I felt a little bit of coldness there. That's how cold it was, you guys. And I said it then in German. I said, "Es ist kalt," meaning I said, it's cold. Like I said that to the angel, and I knew it was the angel because I knew he took me and he put me there. And as soon as I said that it's cold, he had to hug me. He had to literally hug me, you guys. And then as soon as he did, I was like in this freezing cold water, and I just like didn't even feel the water anymore. I didn't feel the coldness at all anymore after I said that. It's as if like he like took care of it right away. And I could see as while he had to hug me, right, because it was just so cold. And I could see then the ship coming, and like it passed like literally right in front of my face. Right in front of my face, you guys. And it was so real. It is real. That's why I'm saying, like, when the Lord sends you something, you will know. You will definitely know it's from the evil one, and you will know if it's from the Lord. Like, the Lord will make sure that you know. Trust me, you guys. So that was that. And again, so now I'm like, okay, now I really gotta speak, right? Because just so much. Like, the Lord just, like, he just didn't give up on me, you guys. Like, and that's what I'm saying. It's not just me. It's everyone. All of his children, you guys. He loves us so much. He's not going to give up that what's already here. He just isn't going to give up on you. He loves you so much, you guys. And I just love our Lord. And the dreams that are coming now, I really believe with all my heart that there's going to be more. to everything that we don't even know. I think I really believe with all my heart that like when we get raptured, we're not just gonna be sitting around, you guys. I really feel like, and I believe the Lord has put it so many times now to me through dreams and visions that that there's still something that I gotta do. And he just keeps on showing me also like the same thing. Like it's like I'm on a boat and then I have to jump into the water. Like I'm on the boat first, but then I have to jump back into the water. Which will actually explain the dream now that I had after all that. But before I do, because the Lord spoke. So I had to find out now how a Galilean wedding works, because I did not know this, you guys. I really did not know this. I had no idea. So I'm like looking on internet, right? And I'm just like not getting anything. So then I went on YouTube and then I saw a few pastors, they actually talked about how a Galilean wedding worked back in the day. And I watched one and I started listening and all that. And then it came to the point when he said that there has to be a cleansing ceremony before they get married. When I heard that, you guys, I was like, okay, yeah. I was like, there's no way. I did not know that, but it's the truth. You guys, it's the truth. The Lord is just like, it's just so amazing, isn't it? This is why I'm saying, like, the Lord is our teacher. He's our God, He's our King, He's our everything. And that's why I say, go to God yourselves. Do not go off from men or women, you guys. Go to God first. He's the one that's going to reveal. He's the one that knows everything. Let God teach you. I'm begging you guys, go to God first. Please, 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 please. Don't go off from a man's understanding. I'm also capable of doing wrong, you guys. But I do know what the Lord has shown me. And I am being obedient. And He wants me to speak and He wants me to preach. And I have so many people say women are allowed to preach. You guys, I listen to what God tells me to do. I don't listen to what man tells me. I listen to what God says. And God did say also in the Bible. And here, this is also the thing. Everything is written in the Bible. But for some reason, people don't want to accept what's in the Bible and they want to turn things around. The Lord said, both men and women will prophesy in those times. The Lord already knew the times that we're going to be in, you guys. It's not like back in the days anymore. That's why the Lord already knew that. And that's why I also had the dream. We're all the same in the Lord's eyes. That's why I always encourage, both men and women, if you get something from God, and you feel it in your heart that you need to speak. Speak. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid what men think. I'm telling you guys, and I'm begging you, go to God first. Go to God for everything. He is alone the provider. He's going to be the one that helps you understand. He's going to be the one teaching you. Just like when Jesus came, He taught, right? So that's why I'm saying, go to God. Reach out to Jesus. He is God. Once you seek Him, you have to find Him. You have to want to seek Him. He's going to start revealing the secrets of the heavens in His kingdom. So that's why it's really important. We have to repent from our sins. We cannot think that now everything is super duper, right? And you guys can do whatever you want. Like, no, that's not okay. You have to be able to humble yourself. You have to know when you do something wrong so something right in here is telling you, hey, that was not that great of you. That we have to go and humble ourselves. To ask for forgiveness. Because every one of us are sinners, you guys. Every single one of us are sinners. Not one person's perfect. So that's why it's very important that we do that, and that we also are able to be forgiving of others, what they do to us. Because we also want to be forgiven. So it's just very, very important that we do not put that away because it is the truth. And I'm not afraid to speak the truth. So that was all that. But now I'm going to speak about the dream. So the Lord told me this about the Galilean wedding. I didn't know it, but it is true. And when he said, this pastor then also said that they have to put their whole head into the water, including their hair. So when I heard that, I was just like, okay, yeah. Absolutely the truth. And it's like the Lord told me that. I did not know that, and it's the truth. You guys, I did not know that. I did not know that. But it's the truth. They do that. And it was hard to find. Like, I actually had to go on YouTube and find the answer on that. So that was that. That was that. And then with this dream that I'm going to tell you guys now, he showed me a piece of information again that when I looked it up, it is the truth. And that I didn't even know about before. So, this dream now, again, I was not at work. I was again at work. And my boss actually gave us a present. And he had two presents, one for me and for one with my coworker that I already talked to you guys about. The one that the Lord said I planted the seed, right? So I was that coworker again. And so our boss had two boxes. And he opened them and they were golden watches. And I was just kind of like in awe because I was not expecting such a gift. And he wanted to give me the bigger watch. And I remember the watch was a square. It was a big watch. And in the watch, there was actually like this green emerald light that was like kind of playing around in the watch. It's really beautiful. But I said, give that to him. Give this watch to him. I'll take the other one. Because I don't know why that happened the way it did, but I felt like that the bigger watch I wanted for him to have. And I'll take the smaller watch because, again, like, look at my hand, you guys, it's so tiny. Like, that big watch, I don't even think would have even, like, fit my arm, right? So I was like, oh, just give it to him. I'll take the smaller one. So he actually got the watch then in the dream, and I got then the smaller one, but they were both made out of gold. So then my boss tried putting the watch on me, right? But he couldn't get the watch on me. The watch wouldn't stay on my wrist. The watch then, like, it fell down to the floor. So it fell onto the floor. And I really believe, you guys, that time's running out with that. I think the Lord sent that to show that time is running out. And remember, I told you guys the Lord said I planted the seed in that coworker that I have. But it also, I was in a secret room when I said come and see with the note, right? Meaning, I believe I was already with the Lord. I felt like I was already in the room. And he had to come into the room, right? So to me giving him this bigger watch is maybe he needs more time. Like, time is running out, but he might have to go through some part of tribulation. That's why he has the bigger watch. But he'll have the green, the emerald, which I believe is also meaning maybe life, because green is the color of life, right? He'll receive it. It's just he needs more time. That's why the bigger watch. That's how I'm interpreting it. That's how I'm interpreting it. But time's definitely running out because, like, this watch, like, it was just not. I just couldn't get it on my wrist. It just didn't even latch. And he tried, and it just, like, at the end, it just fell on the floor. It just fell on the floor, and it's just like I couldn't put the watch on me anymore. So, that was that dream. But then in the same dream, it switched. And now I was in a scenario, and I knew there was two brothers. And this is what I'm talking about, you guys, because this is absolutely the truth, and it's actually the story between Jacob and Esau. But I didn't know that yet until the Lord actually, like, said it. It's Esau. But everything he showed me is exactly what it is. And he showed me details, like information that I didn't even know that happened. But it did happen. I found out after the dream that that was actually the truth. So, however, it switched, and I was now in the scenario where I was, again, it was like outside, and it looked more like there was like a church there. And I knew there were two brothers. There was also other people there, but I knew this brother was mad at the other one. I knew that. But then on that day that I found that out, I also knew that his brother then, because they were mad at each other, I knew that. And I knew that, but on that same day after finding that out, I knew then that his brother actually died then on that day. And it did get to him. The one that was still living, he was taken by it. Meaning he loved his brother, right? It's just they had a conflict obviously going on, and on that day he actually died. So, and he started walking up this little hill, but again, it was like a church scene. It was like the churches that we have here in Germany. He was like just like walking up a little bit, and so I went to him because I felt bad, right? I felt bad, and I went to him, and he had like in his hand, he had like a tray with like a cake in it, but it looked more like a wedding, you guys. It looked more like a wedding cake, but like in like this platter thing. And I wanted to help him. I wanted to like comfort him, right? Because I knew, I mean, that's awful, right? Especially knowing that you had a conflict with your brother and like now he's dead and you can't change it, right? I mean, that's awful. That's why I'm telling you guys, really, really try to make up before time would run out like that, because you just never know what the next day brings. So if you have this grudge, I'm begging you guys, just let the grudge go. Forgive anyway, because you also want to be forgiven. And it's then up to the other person how they're going to react to it, right? But always be ready to be forgiven. Always be ready to forgive. And accept forgiveness as well. So I knew that, and I knew I couldn't hug him. He wasn't ready for that. But he did allow me then to take the cake away from him, because I wanted to help, right? So I helped, and I took away this cake that he was carrying on him. But I wanted to hug him, but he just was not ready for it. Like, I think he was just so much like in pain from it. But I was allowed to take the cake. I was allowed to take the cake. So I took the cake, and I walked back, and I gave it to the people that were sitting at that place before, where he was also sitting at before. Then it switched. And this is the part, like, I knew this was Jacob now. I know that one with the cake was Jacob. I know it was Jacob because what happened after now. Because the dream switched, and all of a sudden I had this girl with me. And I just knew I was, like, protected of this girl. Like, I knew she was there. I don't know who this little girl was. It was a child. But I did feel like I was responsible of, like, making sure that everything's okay with her, right? So, and we were on a boat now. Now we were on a boat, and I had this girl with me. I had this child with me. I don't know who she was, but she was with me. And I'm like looking in the water, the ocean. The ocean was super clear, you guys. It was super clear, like you could see to the bottom floor. And it was just absolutely beautiful water. And I'm looking now over the boat, because I already had this feeling, like I have to do this. And I'm looking, and I actually see a dead person down there. I actually see a dead person down there, but I was like, nah, this is not scary, okay? I saw a dead person down there, and I knew that this was the brother that died. I saw him on the ocean floor, and then I saw the fish. I saw the fish all in a group coming together, and they were like already kind of like feeding on him. But it was not scary looking, you guys, okay? Like, I just saw him underneath there, and there was water covering it. And it's just exactly how you would see it. even though I never saw that before in real life, right? But like I saw it and I knew who it was. I knew that this was the brother. But then I heard a voice say, while I'm seeing this man on the floor, the ocean floor, I'm hearing a voice say, "It's Esau, it's Esau, it's Esau." And he said 3 times that it's Esau that I'm seeing. And I'm like, Esau? Like, I was not expecting that, you guys. So now knowing that this was Esau, I knew that the other brother was Jacob. But I was not expecting that, okay? I was like totally not expecting that. And then as soon as I heard that, then I went back up, and then I saw that little girl, the child, she jumped in the water, she jumped in the ocean, and again, because it's not the first time I dream of this, I keep dreaming this, you guys. It has to be something up with it. I had to jump into the ocean, so I had to get off the boat, and I had to jump into the ocean to save the child. I literally had to jump in the ocean and save her, because she's not going to know how to swim. So then, as soon as I was in the ocean and I got her, right, then the scenario switched, and now I was back in a building, but now I knew something evil was coming after me. Now I knew something evil was coming after me, and I had to run away. And I'm like looking for an escape, and then all of a sudden there was as if like a secret door like opened up. And it was like a hallway building, and I didn't know where to go. Like I just kept running, and then it just came out of nowhere, and I took it. And I don't want to say teleporting now either. It wasn't like teleporting, but it felt like it. I felt like I could go through secret rooms to get to a different place. And I did go through that, and then I was at a different place after that. And then all of a sudden I was actually in a city, which is right next to my hometown. All of a sudden I came out of that, and I was like in some coffee shop now all of a sudden in the city. And they knew me, and they said, "Oh, Rochelle, are you gonna stay here and have a cup of coffee?" Right? Like they knew me, like they even said my name, these 2 girls, also these 2 women that worked there. And I said, "Oh no, like I'm gonna try to come back on Monday or Tuesday. I'll definitely come and sit." But then I came out because I already knew I wasn't gonna be sitting there. So that's why I said that. But like I said, why that had to happen in the dream, I still don't know. But I came out, and I was walking then away from the coffee shop, and there was like this, and then I saw there was like this antique store. I saw this antique shop, and I just had this super strong feeling that I have to go in the store. I don't know why, you guys, but like I felt it so strong, and I passed it, and then I went back, and I actually went into the store. And as soon as I went into the store, the scenario in the store, it was like it changed. So this was actually not the store that I was going into, because outside it was old, but inside it was like for rich people, you guys. Okay, there were dresses there I could never afford. And I specifically saw one sapphire dress and one emerald one. But the sapphire dress was more in plain view. The emerald one was like a little bit hiding in the corner, but they were right next to each other. But it was all the sapphire dress, and it was long dress. And I also saw tuxedos. So it wasn't just like women clothes, like it was also men clothes, but it was like for going to a ball. And it was definitely like a store for rich people. Like I knew that, you guys. I knew that, and I wanted to go out the store right away. Because first off, this is not the store I went into, right? Second of all, I can't afford that anyway, right? So I wanted to go out, and I went out, and I saw the antique store there again. I was like, okay. So I went back in, because when I came out, like it was an antique store. It was not that what was in there. So then I went back in to make sure, like, okay, maybe now, right? But I went in there, it was the same thing, and that's when I was stopped on my tracks. I was definitely stopped on my tracks, because I wanted to go back out right away, because it was like a little bit of stairs to go into the door for this shop. And the door was open, and I wanted to go right away back out, because I saw everything again, like how it was. And all of a sudden, I was stopped by three guys. Three guys came in tuxedos. Never seen them before in my entire life. And I was also stopped by the owner. The owner of the shop came to me, and I was standing right next to him. I was standing next to him, and below the stairs were those three men, and they just like stopped me, and I just was like, oh. I can't go anywhere now, right? I mean, they were blocking my way, and the owner came, and he just really wanted me. He wasn't gonna let me go anymore, you guys. Like, he's not gonna let me go, and he knew that I wasn't gonna be able to pay for any of those dresses, right? So, but he knew that, like, I knew that, and like I knew that's why he also like stopped me, because he was not gonna let me go. And then all of a sudden I saw a mannequin, okay? There was like a mannequin, like a woman, and she had like a dress on, and her head fell off. The mannequin's head fell off, and it flew onto those three guys. But because I was kind of like, it was like so much at once, and I was kind of like in shock, and I couldn't like move, so I accidentally hit the mannequin, and like the head fell off. So I was like, oh, oops, right? So I like took the head back, and I put it back on, and then I like, obviously I repaired it then, and the owner just started laughing, and basically like it was just like done. Like they like held me in my spot, and I wasn't gonna be going anywhere now anymore. Like, you see what I'm saying? But like, again, that was that, and then the dream was over. So, and I know it sounds weird, but the head falling off is actually really, really, really important, because that happened to Esau, and I didn't even know that. I did not know that, you guys. So I'm like looking up basically how Esau died, right? Because I didn't know all of this. And it was because he went against the burial of Jacob, his brother. And so now he fought with Jacob's sons, Joseph and all them. They fought against Esau so that they could bury their father there. And it ended up with one of the 12 one of the 12 from their sons. They actually like went and actually killed Esau by cutting his head off, and his head flew away. So yeah, I just like did not know that, you guys, but the Lord showed me. He absolutely showed me the truth. And that was like this piece of information, as if like, I'm showing you, I'm telling you, like, this is all true. Like, now go look for yourself and see that I am telling you the truth. And it is so, and I did not know that. I did not, like, when I saw that Esau died like that, and the Lord showed me that, yes, he showed it to me in a different way, but you guys see how I had to now search and find for myself? I had to go after what the Lord has given me now and see for myself what he's trying to say. And it's the truth. It's the truth. And that's why especially with this dream, because it's not the first time. Remember, I had a dream one time with my sister's son. He's about 3, and he went into the water, in the big pool of water, and I had to jump after him, and he became tiny like a mustard seed. And I had to fight the raven, because the raven was trying to kill him. And so I had to fight, and I had to punch the raven, and I got him. I caught you, the seed basically, but it was the child. And I went back out, and he was totally, I thought he was dead, but then he became one, and he was alive. So again, very similar to this one now. I had to jump in again for a child. And I'm wondering if that's because we are all children of the Lord. Maybe there's something definitely more going on here than we might not know, especially after the rapture. I don't know. I really believe the Lord has something big in store for us that we're going to find out when we're done with him. But I just keep getting that. I keep getting that I'm on a ship. I'm definitely on a ship. And I see someone, it's always a child, jumping into the water, because again, you would think that an adult, if they jump in water, they know how to swim. So it's not like really necessary for you to go jump after them then, right? But the Lord always shows me a child jumping into water, and I have to go jump after it. I have to save it. He's been showing me that. So again, I can't tell you guys what the complete interpretation of all that is, but I have a feeling, I really do, I have a feeling there's going to be more. Because I'm on a ship. I'm already on a ship, the Rapture. I'm already on Noah's Ark. I have to jump into water. And it's like, it's not the first time the Lord's been showing me this. And the Lord's just really, there's just so much water, you guys. The Lord's just showing me so much with water, and I have to ask him what he's trying to show me with all of it. It's always like this big ocean. And again, now I'm going to come to the part with the dream that I had now, like this morning, with the 3 visions that I had. And you guys, a funny part on this too is we have a new moon now. So this is basically the beginning of the month, right? And it just shocked me that the Lord showed me now, again, he showed me 2 sets of the moon and something else at the end, which I'm going to first say the dream, and then after I'm going to say the visions. But it's like it's like the marking of the new month, basically, because we have a new moon. Now he showed me those 3 visions. So, and they're very significant, you guys. But I'm going to start with the dream. Again, I was on a ship. And I had to go into deep waters now. I had to go into deep waters, and again, it was dark. So I jumped into the water, and I remember too, I had to close my eyes because it was dark a little bit to go down there, to go into the deep waters. And as soon as I was at that destination, it was like a whole different new world. It was like totally light. It was like not even a fairy tale could describe it, okay? So like it was definitely full of light. It was huge. But I know I had to go through water to get there. So then I went back though. And the people that were on the boat, they didn't believe me. So then I told them, okay, I'm going to go back, and they will only believe me when I give them a piece of evidence that this actually exists. So I was like, okay, and they were like, who's going to do it? And I said, well, I'm going to do it again. So, so I went back because let me tell you, I know I was going in deep waters, okay? Like I told you guys, the flesh, just imagine you're out in the ocean. You gotta go down there now, you guys. And it's like, that was my feeling, right? But I was like, I'm not afraid, I'm gonna do it again. So, and I did. And so I went down again. I felt the pressure too, you guys. I actually felt the pressure of the water and everything. And then I was down there, and I was again at this beautiful place. But now, and I actually had a backpack now with me, and I did take a piece of evidence with me, and I put it in the bag, but it was alive. This piece of evidence was alive. So I don't know if this was like some kind of creature. It's like the Lord, I can't remember what I put in the backpack, but I know it was like a live being. It was definitely something like we people like here on this earth never seen. So I actually took that within the backpack, but then it switched, and I was still down there. And what do I mean down there? It was as if it wasn't down there. It was just so filled with light, and I can't even describe the beauty of what that place was. So it was just huge. It was just so huge. And then I saw this woman sitting on the desk, and she had blonde hair, blue eyes, and she didn't look like someone, like I said, it was like more than like a fairy tale. I know this was not a person. So I believed in an angel because like I said, but she was just totally I knew she was from the Lord. It's just I've never seen a being like it, I guess is how I'm trying to describe it, but I know what I saw, and she was really pretty. So, but she was sitting there, and she was at a table, and she was really dressed up. She was really dressed up, and then she said, which I still don't understand why this is said to me. I still haven't figured that out, but she did tell me. She said, Roche, they don't love you now, but they will. And I'm sitting there, you guys, I'm like, what? Right? I didn't, like I said, like my brain to the Lord's wisdom is like a speck of dust, like not even, right? So it's just like, you hear that and you're like, what? What do you mean, right? So I was just so in shock, like, because she said, Roche, she said my name, she said, Roche, they don't love you now, but they will. And then after that dream, I received then 3 visions. And I received, the first one was, I saw the full moon in the sky, and again, it was nighttime. And I saw the full moon, and I saw clouds, like little foggy clouds, like kind of going over it. But I saw the full moon blown. Then after that, I saw a half moon. And remember I told you guys the vision I had with the train, and it came and the lighter part of the half was on the bottom? Well, now with the second vision, it was flipped. So the light part was now on the top and the dark part was on the bottom. So it was as if like that was half already happened, and now this half is to come, and then it will be complete. But he showed me, like, again, I'm going to repeat it. The first vision was a full moon. Then the second one was a half moon, but this time the lighter part was on the top and the darker part was at the bottom, as if like it's its other half from the other vision he showed me with the train. After that, the third vision, I saw, and again it was dark outside, I saw like green, like again the color of emerald, and it looked like fire, but also enclosed with water. It was just like, you guys, like, but it was light. It was like green light. And it was just like going like this, but it was enclosed. So the fire wasn't like going crazy. It had its order. It was like covered in water or something. Like, I can't even describe it because it was just so beautiful, but like I saw it was big. It was big. It was maybe a little bit bigger than a person. And it was in its place, right? And it's going like that, but in its place. And then all of a sudden, it shot up. It just shot up. It was in its place, and then like a ball like formed out of it in the middle, and it went up. Like just shot up. This greenness. And then that was over, and I knew that was a rapture. Again, emerald has to do with the Lord, you guys. I believe life, Lord, His kingdom. Like the rainbow that appeared like emerald, right? It's just, he's just really showing me this color, like especially the green this time. He really did it with the green this time, you guys. And the, like I said, it's always sapphire and emerald with me. I don't know why, right? Just really, but it's just he's really, really, really like putting it there. So after that happened, I knew I had to speak. I knew I had to come back. I knew I had to come back, you guys. So, and I know it's a lot, and I know the video is now an hour, but I had a lot. I really did have a lot, and I didn't come for a while. But the Lord will always get His way. And I love Him so much. And I hope you guys know that we have to be prepared every day. You guys, I really encourage everybody not to be looking at like specific like holidays and all these things, because I feel like I've seen a lot of others as well. And the Lord also, this is another thing the Lord has made also known to me, that a lot of people that do go on, they actually make a big show out of everything, and it's not how it should be. It's not how it should be, you guys. We shouldn't be making a show out of this. Like, this is the real deal. The rapture is real, and you shouldn't be making a show out of it for people just to have like a basically like an entertainment, as in like, okay, like he's okay, not Halloween, like now, not Halloween, now it's gotta be Thanksgiving. Like, no, like, you guys, he's gonna come he could come any day. We know, though, he has definitely prepared his people, and we know that day is coming real fast. He is coming. He is surely coming. And like I said, every time life wants to try, like, I want to walk forward, it's like he's stopping me. And he's just never done that before, and he's really, really not giving up, you guys. That's why I'm not giving up on my Lord, you guys. And I really encourage that you guys keep your armor on, because he's going to come so unexpectedly. He's going to come so unexpectedly. And I was thinking as well, I was thinking the three kings. Honestly, I would think more the time period with the three kings would fit more like with the rapture. I'm not saying that it is now, but I'm just saying it would fit more with three kings rather than like Christmas on itself, because they searched out for the Lord. They were looking for the star, and they were searching him, and that just sounds more like what we're doing. We know that he's real, and we're searching for our Lord and his coming. We know he's coming, and it was the same thing with the three kings, and they gave him gifts. And I'm just saying that is because I also had other dreams, and as long as with my sister, that I did mention about these gifts, right? And well, the only time you give gifts is basically like Christmas, right? And the only other thing I can think of is either then a birthday or the three kings, because they gave you the Lord and gifts. So, but that is just something that I just wanted to get out there. That's just a train of thought. Another thing, okay, you guys, okay, I don't know if you guys knew this. Well, I guess it took me till last month to realize this, but because I never looked at it like that, because everybody always thinks, okay, you 100% Jewish. You guys, I don't believe that there's one person out there nowadays that is to his or her 100% nationality. We have no idea where we really come from. We have no idea our ancestry. Only the Lord knows. And then I was thinking, because you always see, well, they're Jewish, you're not, and like, or other way around, like, doesn't have to be Jewish now, but for an example, I guess you could also say German, right? Like, it doesn't matter, but not one person can really say that they're not, because we have no idea. We have no idea where we truly come from. We have no idea, because mixed marriages and all these things, and there's so many people on this earth, like no one knows to 100%. I don't believe that anybody is 100% of something. Like, I'm not 100% German, and I'm not 100% American. Like, this is what I'm trying to say. I don't know what's back in my ancestry at all. You guys see what I'm saying? I have no idea what this blood is made out of, in that sense. So that's another thing. I do believe that the Lord's people, that we're all spread out. We're all spread out, and honestly, there's so many things that we don't even know. And then I was also thinking, okay, well, did you guys know that King David wasn't 100% Jewish either? Because just think about it. The reason why is because of Ruth. Did anybody even think this far? You guys, I did not think this far. It's like, I actually watched Ruth, and I'm like, oh, I love Ruth, right? And then it's like the Lord put it in my head. He's like, Roche, think about it. It's not 100% Jewish because of Ruth. Ruth was not a Jew. She was a Gentile. So the Lord chose a bloodline that's not even 100% Jewish. Because of Ruth. Ruth and Boaz, right? They had son, and King David came after that bloodline. But Ruth was not a Jewish woman. She was a Gentile. Do you guys see what I'm trying to say? Like, there's just, everything is mixed. Everything is mixed. And I'm like, wow, I did not think that far. I did not think that far. Because, like, yes, King David, obviously he's Jewish, right? But his blood wasn't 100% because of Ruth. I was like, now you guys know if you didn't know. If you guys were like me, I didn't even think that far. Like, wow. That's why, you guys, we're all the same. We're all the same. So, like I said, if I get anything new, I'll definitely come back on. hopefully the rapture will happen now any day, right? That would be the best for all. But, well, I guess for us. But for the others, we have to really pray, you guys, because this is really serious, and this is like, we shouldn't be making a show out of anything. This is really serious, and this is why I'm keeping the visuals out for now until I get a confirmation from the Lord if I should or should not, is because he did show me that dream where he did point that out, and I've noticed when I do give visuals out, people take them, put it in their videos, and then now they're telling people something completely different about the visuals that was not what was supposed to be, and now they've deceived like half of the people. Now you've deceived half of the people. And that's really, really bad. And that's why you shouldn't do that. That's why you should go to God for yourself to get visions and dreams and hear answers from God yourselves. Because no one can see now what the Lord has given me, right? Like, only I and my Lord, like, know that. That's why it's important that you guys get that for yourselves as well. See it for yourselves. Why not? Every single person has the chance to see. You don't have to rely on others to know what's going on. Go to God yourselves. I'm begging you guys. He will surely show you. Ask for understanding, wisdom, the secrets of his kingdom, and he will show you. You have to have an open heart, though. You have to really want it, you guys. You really have to seek him. But he hears you. He hears all of his children, and he loves you. A love like this, no one can take away. No one can even love you like the Lord. It's just like, this love is just never ending. So I love all of you guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Alrighty, bye bye.